magazines or in news. These are the ways that you can actually reference them. And I've talked about all of them. So you can, if you identify any news items or in any magazine, this is the best way to go and reference it. We are saying that the names, as for the names, they come first. The surname of the individual that are involved, they always come first. Then beyond that, the year come. Unlike the general articles, when you come to, yes. As I was saying, unlike the journal articles where you have only the year, when it comes to magazines, news items, you must also indicate the year, the month, and the date. That's a huge difference that you can notice between journal articles and the article that you find in magazines and news items. Then obviously after that, the title is always following. Then after that, the title of the newspaper or the publication or the magazine in which you have identified. Then you also talk about what? URL. That's about magazines. Then book, whether printed or online, how you are also going to reference book. We are about to talk about it. Books. How we are going to reference books is something that we can also look at. One, obviously the name of the author. If you look at them, all of them is the first one. The name of the author or the artist. And we always say that the surname, not the first names. The surname is important. That's the first thing. Then that's followed by what? The year. So when you look at books, you see that the book and journal articles, only the year that come. There is no addition of what? The month and the date. So you see the year. Then the third one is what? The title of the book. Just like when you look at the journal articles or the magazines, also the title of the article come. The third one is what? The title of the book. Then the thing that you see, the fourth one, the edition. The books are there plenty. Is it first edition, second edition, third edition, fourth edition, fifth edition? You must also provide that. Then the fifth, you must talk about the publisher. Who published the book? Those are the things that you have to calculate when you are referencing a book, either online or printed that you have read. It is always important that I take note of that. Whether the book is printed or is online, you must also indicate all this in your reference list. If the book is printed, you must, whether it's online, you must also do the same. So if you look at the example down here, the name of the two authors are there. Then the year followed, 2017. The title of the book is what? Evidence-Based Practice for Nurses. Appraisal and Application of Research. That's the title of the book. Evidence-Based Practice for Nurses. Appraisal and Application of what? Research. The edition is what? Fourth edition. is indicated here. And who are the publishers? Jones and Bartlett Learning, LLC. These are what? The publishers. So this is a book. If you are referencing a book, this is how your referencing list will appear. My people, are you following what we are saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you have the books. The names are there. It's published by two people. It was published 2017. And the title is what? Evidence-Based Practice for Nurses, Appraisal and Application of Research. And the book is what? Fourth edition. Fourth edition. And it's published by what? Jones and Bartlett. And that is how you reference book, either printed or online books. That's how you are going to do it.
Yeah, sir.
Yes.
Please, the publishers, I'm not getting it well. For the first one, and then the first two names over there, and then the last two names over there, I'm not getting the differences between the two publishers.
Okay.
Can you please explain to us?
The people who wrote the book, they are the first two names that you see. You understand? When you write a book, are you the one who is going to publish it? No, you give to publication house. So we have Asempa Publishers in Ghana. Is that not it? The question, I'm sure you are following what I'm saying.
Yes, please. I'm following, please.
Good. So when you wrote the book, you are going to give to the publishing house to publish for you. Okay. So the people who publish your book, they are the last two names that appear at the end. Okay. Sometimes it's not a name. The name of the company appear.
Okay.
So this is the name of the company that have published your book. Jones and what? Bartlett Learning, LLC. Okay. If it's in Ghana, you can see what? Asempa Publishers here. Is that okay?
Yes, please. Yes,
good.
Please.
So the first two are people, who wrote the book.
Okay.
The last two that you see, the publishers.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Any other clarification?
Yes, sir, please. The books, the number of people who wrote the book, that's what you show. You don't write all of them there.
Or you write them. If there are 2, 3, as a book, most of the time, the writers are not that much. So if there are 3, bring the 3 there. If there are 4, bring the 4. Unlike articles that you can have 20 people, 35 people, 50 people writing one article, because they are contributing from different geographical areas. Books are written mostly by a smaller number of people. Okay. Is that okay?
Thank you. Yes, sir.
All right. Yes. Hello.
Hello.
I can hear you. Please go ahead.
You are talking about books. I have there is a book I have that has almost about, if I'm not lying, close to 30 artists. So in that case, how will you handle that?
Yeah, you just go ahead and list them. If the requirement is that the books, if the amount, what you do is that if you are using the current form, that is the APA referencing, that is 7th edition, if you have 20 artists, they will come. You put 3 dots. Then you go and list the final author, the last person. Then the year come. Then you end listing them. If you are using the 7th edition, Because 7th edition, you can take up to 20 authors. But if you have a book that is written by 30 people, if you are using a 7th edition, it will give you up to the 19th one, and then give you 3 dots, indicating that some names were what? Mixing. You indicate that some names are what? Missing. Then it will go and give you the last name on the list. That the 30th person's name is going to give you the 30th person's name on the list. And that 30th person, when it comes, then the year follow. Then you can go ahead with other things that you have to write. However, when you are using the 6th edition, the 6th edition cannot take up to 7 authors. So what it also does is that if you are having a book or an article that there are more than 7, it indicates 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you get to 6, it puts dots there and go and list the final author on the list. If the 30th person, 40th person, and then the year follow. So those are the differences that you are likely to see if you are using 7th edition or the 6th edition. Is that okay?
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
With this, we have forgotten the explanation, but with this, you made a reference to the, when you started the lecture, you made a reference to Excel. So at what point do you have to use that one?
Excel is in-text. You know, we are talking about 2 different things here.
Okay.
I talk about in-text citation.
Okay. Okay.
When that is according to social, and so then you put in brackets, ALO 2020, or say 2020. Those are the ones that appear in the work. And I'll show you some of the work that I've done and I've mentioned or I've listed them. That is the in-text citation. Like this one, I hope you can see it. Those references that you have put in, if you can see my document that I have shared, I hope you can all see it.
Yes,
can you see the document that I have shared?
Yes, sir.
Yes, all the things that you see, the references that you see, IDF 2017, WHO 2018, all these things that you see here, they are the one we are referring to as in-text citation. Those you put them inside the text. So the name came about because of what? Putting the references in the text that you are putting together. That's how can the name come in there. We are calling it what? In-text citation. It is then that you will not be able to be mentioned all these names. That is why you use what? Etal. Okay. ETAL dot comma. Etal. And when anybody find that in your in-text citation, the person is aware that it is not only one person that wrote that book. The people are more than what? 20, they are more than 7, or they are more than what? 1. So that can also come clearly. When there are 2 authors, you see the name of the 2, but beyond 2, you see the task coming. However, that one too, I also mentioned it depends on what? The references that you are using. If you are using APA's, the 7th edition, all the 20 names will come. If you are using the 6th edition can only take 7 names. So when you get to the 6th and there are others, you put dots there, 3 dots, and go and add the last one. The last, how do you call it? The last name on the reference list, and that completes the list for you. So that's about the in-text citation, which is different from the reference list. What we are talking about now is the reference list. Is that okay?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please.
All right. So this is about book that is printed or online. And in some cases too, you see book chapters and editors. In some cases too, you have to reference the book chapter, the chapter of the book, not the entire book. And then those who have edited the book as part of your referencing. In that case too, you bring what? The name of the author. or the authors, the year, the title of the chapter that you are referencing, not the entire book, but the chapter of the book that you are referencing is the third one. The fourth one is what? The editor, the one who edited the book. The name has come. Sorry, this one is web page. Sorry. So let me just finish with this one. The book chapter. The title of the chapter is there. Then the fourth one you have for the editors are there. Then the title of the book or the note itself is also there. Then the sixth one, the page number, the page ranges. That is the PP, the page. The ranges are there. The numbers, I use the SS to replace the numbers. Then the seventh, the publishers also come. So when you look at the book chapter and the editors, first the author is there. You come with what? The name, that is the year the book or the book chapter was published. The title of the chapter, the editors of that particular chapter, then the title of the book, and eventually the page numbers, and finally what? The publishers. So the example is here. McCormack and Mackenzie. They are the publishers of the book. The third person is what? Marben. They are what? The authors of the book. And the book was written in the year 2013. And the title is what? Outcome Evaluation in Development of Person-Centered Practice. And the editors are here in what? McCormack and Manley and Teachin. They are the editors of the book. The names of the editors are here. The three people are here. Even though you see the first name, who is the writer, is also at the same time editor. So the name is here. Manley is an editor, is there. Teachin is an editor, the name is there. Then followed by what? The title of the book itself. Practice Development in Nursing and Healthcare. That is the title of the book itself. But the chapter that you are referencing is what? Outcome Evaluation in the Development of Person-Centered Practice. And that chapter was edited by three people. The names are there. And now the title of the book itself is what? Practice Development in Nursing and Healthcare. Followed by the page numbers. That is PP, 190 to 211. It is published by one, John Welly and Sons. Those are the publishers. So when you take a book chapter and editors, the way you reference them is also different from journal articles, magazines, and then what? The book itself, either printed or online. The people who wrote the book or the book title are there. The title of that book title, the title of the book chapter is there. Then who and who edited that particular chapter you are referring to, the names follow. Then after, from which you are quoting the chapter or you are referencing the chapter also come. Then after that, the page numbers. The page numbers of the chapter can be found from 190 to 211. Then the book is published by John Welly and Sons. And you are done. Then we can move and look at what? Web page. Some people tell you that, oh, we have taken the information from website. When you take it from website, you must also reference the website page where you take the information from. So that anytime I go, I check for that date, I can get the information you are referring to or whatever you have found on the web page. So in my reference, you have no excuse. If you don't reference, you'll be penalized. You'll be punished for plagiarism. So the web page, somebody put the information there. So the one who put the information becomes what? The author of that particular information. If there are more than two, you bring all of them. Then over here again, you have the year, the month, and dates. which is equal to what? What we talk about when we were looking at what? Magazines and news items. The reason is that most of the time, some of these things are deleted. You don't see them. That is where you have to indicate the date so that the person can go and check that date and see if they can get the information you are talking about. Then after that, the title of the page and the section must also come. Then the fourth one, the source, where you're actually getting it from, the official name of the website must come, followed by URL. So for example, if you look at the website, the web page, that's the information coming from, look at it. Center for Disease Control and Prevention. The web page we are getting the information is here, Center for Disease Control and Prevention. The information was put there on what? 2018, August 22nd. Then what follow? The title of what? The section or the page, what is being put there? Preventing HPV associated cancer. What is HPV? My doctors, what is the HPV?
Human papilloma virus.
Good. Human papilloma virus. HPV associated cancers. That is the title of what? What is published at that website. And the source is there. https www.cdc.gov and then followed by what? Your URL. That is features stroke adult vaccinations. So when you get all of this, you have reference what? Your web page without any problem. Then online reports. Some people also reference online reports. The reports are just be published online. It's not at any web page, but you just Google and you see the information published there. You must also reference it if you are using that information. It is critical that you also reference that particular information. And also follow the same procedure. The name of the author or who wrote that particular or who put that information on online have seen must come, or the names must come. And I told you we use what? The same name, not the first name. The second is what? The year, month, and date. We are telling that most of the time they delete all of this. So we want to have the year, the month, and the date so that we can actually go and Google particular date of the month and see if we can get that information. Then the third was the title of the report or the document you are referring to. If I'm publishing anything online, no matter how it is, I'll give the title of that item that I publish online so that others can also read and they can refer to the title when they are doing their referencing. After that, tell us the source where you are getting that information from. Then after source, the URL also come. So if you look at the example here, Los Angeles County Department of Public Health. So the owners of that particular online report that you have seen is coming from Los Angeles County Department of Public Health. They actually put the information online. And which year, the date? They did that for 2017, January. I forgot to add the date, so you can add any date of your own. These things, I just put them here for teaching purposes. Some of them, if you go use fine, you will not get anything. I am using this as an example to teach. So you can also put any date there for yourself. I just put some of the dates here myself. So you can put the dates there, January 20, January 1st, you can put there. Then the title of the report is what? Key indicators of health by service planning area. The title of that report is what? Key indicators of health by service planning areas. And what is the source? The source is there. publichealthcounty.gov.ha. You see the URL. The source was HTTP. Then you see public health. Then you also see the URL also follow. lacounting.doc, or/HA. So that also gives you complete online report, how you can reference that online report completely there. So these are the things that we want to know about referencing. Inter-citation and reference list. And all the things that I've said so far is about reference list. I spoke about inter-citation from the beginning, before we started the reference. So you see that from here we start the reference list. All the things that we have done is inter-citation, all the things that you put in your work. So there are two issues that I spoke about. Inter-citation and a reference list. And the reference, we said I provide full details of all the sources that you have referenced in your work. And all of these things are cited here. So example of what? Reference list is here. So the references at the back, these are the things that you see. You see the names, Benz, 1992. The title of his article is there. The expanded health belief model as a basis for what? Enlightened preventive health care, practice and research. And that article can be found in what? Journal of Healthcare Marketing. The volume is 12, issue number is 3. The pages where you can find the articles from 32 to 45. It is there. The second one is also there. All the people who publish, it is there. You can see it. And all of these are what? References list or reference list that you can find in the research work. So these are the reference lists that you can see. And it's something that I want us to go through today, look at some of the examples. Then you practice. Next time when we meet, if you have any challenge, I can explain further. We'll look at further examples. The next time we are going to look at it, before we look at the other ones, analysis and those discussions, they are not something that is difficult. If you can do your referencing, it will take you, or it will do you a lot of good. So this is what I want us to look at today. If you have questions, I want to explain. And then after that, we can call it a day.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, please. If you are citing a rebuttal, if you are citing a rebuttal to original article or a rejoiner, you have to qualify it in the reference. You have to qualify and the rejoiner.
I can hardly hear you. If you can come again for me to get exactly what you are saying, I'll appreciate that. Hello.
Okay, I'm saying that.
Yeah.
If you want to do rebut, if you want to cite a rebuttal. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Original publication, you are citing it, or rejoiner. Yeah, I'm saying that if you are citing a rebuttal or this thing, a rejoiner to original publication, you have to qualify.
Yeah, if it's a rejoiner and it is published. Hey, your network is bad.
Hey, what does Okasa?
Hey, that's why this network there.
What does Okasa? Oh, God,
this particular boy there. This boy there. This boy's network.
Which part of Ghana are you?
This one there, young fella.
Oh, he's a zombie then.
This young fella.
Hey, the young fella people take you on. No?
So don't worry, me if I'm from there, so don't worry.
How can you be?
I will take you. I will take you on.
You are talking about your own home, so no problem. Your network is bad. If you can repeat yourself, I will appreciate that.
Fred,
Mr. Questioner.
Try and climb a tree. Maybe your signal will be better.
You should leave this boy. This boy, that's how he is.
Oh.
Let's close.
Hey, Foster.
Hey, Foster.
Have you find it 3 so that I can make your point?
Oh, there's no tree. There's no tree at this place. They are all houses. You can't climb.
There's no tree, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I would love to answer his question.
That Fred boy,
Yeah,
Freddy.
he can write it down next time when we're having it. So he'll ask.
All right, that will be fine. So please, Mr. Questioner, if you can hear me, write it down next time when we meet. We'll look at it.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I'm a customer. Why?
No.
Thursday, I'm not sure we'll have our class.
Okay, sir.
Thursday. Children are vacating. My daughter is in boarding school. I'm going to pick her. I don't know if I'll be home before time.
Okay.
Say you won't come early, so you take your time. Say take your time.
So the class will not come on Thursday. Next week, Monday we'll meet. Is that okay?
All right.
You stay.
Good night. Enjoy your evening, and then happy holidays.
Yes.
Good night, sir. Thank you.
Sir.
Happy holidays.
Hey, why, Nick? You want to usher yourself into the holiday?
Lorena.
Bye, sir.
Hey,
Lorena.
Bonne nuit.
Only for Sunday. Class no more ending prematurely.
Say ending on class with the Waonim.
When they pretend class.
Lorena.
Nick, leave me alone.
Hey, Nick, no.
Burkina.
Tuberculosis.
Burkina.
TB.
This and there you get TV.
Pneumonia no benya.
TV.
Bye bye.
Okay, bye.
All right.